Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something really cool. We are ripping the lid off the SEO industry to see what literally goes into ranking a website, and we're using a comprehensive SEO agency's actual service catalog as our real-world blueprint. Have you ever wondered what's really happening behind the scenes when a business absolutely dominates the search results? Well, today we're stripping away the mystery. We're looking at the raw data, the exact strategies, and the hard numbers. So, what does it actually take to land on page one? To answer that, we're sneaking a peek behind the curtain of a full-service firm called FirstPageRanks. Instead of just talking about SEO in theory, because let's face it, there's enough of that out there, we're using their actual service offerings to show you the what, the how, and exactly how much search engine optimization really entails. Consider this your blueprint for digital visibility. Here's our roadmap for the explainer. We'll start with the quest for page one, map out the 3 pillars of SEO, and then get into mastering local search and specialized strategies. After that, we'll ground everything in reality by looking at timelines and pricing, before wrapping it all up with maintaining those rankings. Let's jump in. Part 1, the quest for page one, and building a rock-solid foundation. Look, before an agency even touches a line of code or writes a single word of content, there has to be an underlying philosophy, and that all starts with white hat SEO. This is an approach that completely prioritizes ethical practices and long-term value over those risky, short-lived traffic spikes. We're talking about producing high-quality original content, earning genuine backlinks, and strictly playing by the search engine's rules. Sure, cutting corners might get you a temporary boost, but white hat SEO is literally the only way to ensure sustainable growth without the constant looming fear of your site being penalized and vanishing from search entirely. Moving right along to part 2, the 3 pillars of SEO, or as I like to call it, categorizing the chaos. To tackle search visibility without getting completely overwhelmed, an agency chunks a massive list of tasks into distinct pillars. First up is on-page SEO. This is essentially everything you control directly on your own site. Think optimizing meta tags, strategic keyword placement, internal linking, and even adding image alt tags. It's all about making your content incredibly relevant to the searcher. On the flip side, we have off-page SEO, which is all about building your authority across the rest of the web. This involves acquiring high-quality backlinks, executing digital PR, guest posting, and managing brand mentions. Basically, if on-page is how well you present yourself, off-page is what everyone else is saying about you. But here's the kicker. You could have perfect content and amazing authority, but if search engines can't actually read your site, you're invisible. No way around it. That brings us to our third pillar, technical SEO. This is the structural engineering of your digital presence. It ensures your website is easily crawlable, secure, and lightning fast for both users and search engine bots. We're talking priorities like deep crawlability analysis, creating XML sitemaps, optimizing site speed, forcing HTTPS security, and fixing annoying duplicate content issues. All right, section 3, mastering local search. Let's talk about dominating your own neighborhood. You know, sometimes the absolute most valuable traffic isn't global. It's the person standing literally 3 blocks away looking for exactly what you sell. For local businesses, the absolute core of capturing that audience is Google Business Profile, or GMB, optimization. And this isn't just about hastily claiming a profile, it's about completing it with meticulous accuracy. Your NAP details, name, address, and phone number, along with your operating hours and business categories, have to be perfectly aligned across the web to actually boost your local map visibility. If Google isn't 100% confident in your exact location and hours, they simply won't recommend you. And it goes way beyond just filling out that basic profile. Agencies are deploying highly specific location-based tactics to intercept users at the exact moment they need something. They target local keywords, optimize heavily to get into the Google Maps local pack, aggressively manage reviews and reputation, build geo-targeted landing pages, and even add local schema markup. It's an entire ecosystem designed to attract nearby, high-intent customers who have their wallets out right now. Which brings us to section 4, specialized SEO strategies. Time to go beyond the basics. Because let's be real, SEO is absolutely not one-size-fits-all. Different business models require totally specialized frameworks to actually see an ROI. For example, if you run an online store, your whole world is e-commerce SEO. Your focus completely shifts away from informational traffic directly to buyer intent keywords. The heavy lifting here involves optimizing massive amounts of individual product and category pages, fine-tuning product images, demanding flawless mobile performance for shoppers on the go, and perfectly structuring internal links for huge catalogs. The singular goal, turn a searcher into a shopper with zero friction. Other specialized tactics go way beyond traditional keyword placement into what we call advanced growth tactics. We're talking about digital PR. which builds enterprise-level brand authority by securing mentions from top-tier media outlets and major influencers. Then there's voice search optimization, focusing on conversational, long-tail queries from smart speakers and phones. And honestly, a really crucial one, SEO reputation management, which means actively monitoring reviews and handling crises before they ruin a brand's digital image. These are the moves that separate the industry heavyweights from everybody else. Okay, Section 5, Timelines and Pricing. Let's ground all this abstract strategy in reality. It is incredibly rare to get a transparent look at what these services actually cost and the real time it takes to execute them. But looking at the data from FirstPageRanks, we get the exact numbers. Foundational work like keyword research takes a good 6 to 8 days and comes in around 4,600 rupees. A comprehensive website SEO audit takes 8 to 15 days at 6,800 rupees. Meanwhile, intensive ongoing monthly campaigns like e-commerce SEO and digital PR require higher investments, 13,500 and 18,500 rupees respectively. This just perfectly illustrates that SEO isn't magic. It's a structured service with real, quantifiable deliverables.
But wow, check out this surprising detail. It can take 15 to 40 days, sometimes more than a whole month, just for algorithm and manual penalty resolution. They call this SEO damage repair. If a site gets caught using those shady short-term tactics we mentioned earlier and gets slapped with a Google penalty, it takes weeks of dedicated work and a big budget just to recover back to zero. This right here proves exactly why cutting corners and avoiding ethical practices is ultimately so costly.
Finally, Section 6, Maintaining your rankings, because as you'll see, it's a continuous cycle.
Look, getting to page 1, that's really only half the battle. Staying there is where the actual war happens. Search engine algorithms are constantly shape-shifting, and your competitors are always gunning for your spot, which is exactly why agencies offer ongoing maintenance. This is a relentless, continuous cycle. Regular health checks in technical audits, obsessive ranking monitoring, pushing continuous content updates so your site stays fresh, and doing deep competitor analysis so you can adapt on the fly.
It all really boils down to this philosophy. Your optimization efforts have to focus on search relevance, technical health, and giving people meaningful content that actually aligns with what they expect to find. The end goal of all this ongoing maintenance isn't just to trick an algorithm for a few days. It's to keep your site perfectly aligned with real user intent and structural health over the long haul. Basically, if the user's happy, the search engine is happy. Which leaves us with a final thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. With search algorithms literally constantly evolving and your competitors investing heavily in their own visibility, is your digital footprint built to adapt, or is it already falling behind? Understanding the sheer depth of agency-level SEO, from the intense technical audits to the hyper-local optimization and the never-ending maintenance, shows us that true digital dominance is never an accident. It's a continuous, calculated strategy. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.